Hello YouTube. Well, after a few rainy days off, I'm back here at work on my fencing project beside the little creek back here. I've dragged a few cattle panels here, so now I'm going to put some cattle panels on this fence here, and I need to make myself a floodgate there where the creek runs. So I guess I'll get busy. All right, I'm all done here by the creek. What I did, I took my bolt cutters and cut one cattle panel lengthwise and ran it along there because that was all I needed. I wanted to keep it about a foot off the ground, so if when high water comes along, the water and debris hopefully won't get hung up on it. So I'm done down here, so now I need to go back there and tighten up that fence and I'll be good. So if you've got a lot of fence to maintain and you don't know what this is, you should. This is called a reel tight. A lot of you probably use these, but these are the greatest invention since sliced bread. If you've got a lot of fence you need to maintain. Right here I've got this tree cut off, this one. And of course the wire is all loose now, stretched. And back in the olden days, in order to tighten this up, I would have to cut the fence, put a fence stretcher on it, stretch the fence back up and splice it back together again. I don't have to do that with these, and I'll show you how these work. So the first thing you do is put this reel tight on the handle like this, and there's supposed to be a clip for this, but unfortunately I see my clip got lost bouncing around in the fencing trailer, so I'm just going to use this little piece of wire right now to hold this on. Then you just put the barbed wire in between your two poles there. And give things a twist. I like to keep the wire as close to the flat plate as I can. And when you get it tight, just hook it into one of those little hooks. The clip works a lot better than this piece of wire. Come on here. There. And there you are. The wire is tight again. Now we just repeat the procedure on the rest of the wires. Okay, I'm ready to declare victory on this project. And it occurred to me that I should probably explain what a floodgate is, what I'm talking about when I say floodgate, for the benefit of folks who don't know what that is. Basically, it's a piece of fence that's made to give away during a flood. And I've got most part of a large full-size cattle panel here. I kind of trimmed the ends with my bolt cutter so it would fit in here. And how this works, that end of the floodgate is secured to that post over there with some very light wire, really light wire. And this end of it is secured with heavy wire to this post here. So what happens when there's a flood event and the water comes up and there are logs and debris and all sorts of other crap, when something hits this, the little light wire over there will give away and the whole thing will kind of fold back here and everything will run on through. And when the water goes back down, I come back here and just put it back in place, tie it back up, and without any damage to the rest of the fence, hopefully. So fortunately, I don't have too many floodgates here at home to worry about. When I was keeping cattle at my neighbor's place, he has a very large creek that runs through the pasture, so I always had to worry about the floodgates back there whenever there was a big rain. But this isn't so bad. Anyway, I've got this piece done. Now, if the weather stays nice, I can go around the rest of my fences and make sure everything's okay. And just in case you're wondering just how much fence I have to maintain, I'm thinking that I might make a video about that, make that the subject of the next video in a couple days. So until then, have a good day.